Now, let's be honest, we're human. It's very possible that we will experience more of the downs than we do the ups. Let's keep it real. And if you've been at it for some time, you will know your body will fight you and tell you, listen, this that you're doing is a lot. There are easier ways to do life. Your mind will tell you a whole heap of things. But in order for us to sustain what is waiting for us, we in the process have to become the people who can handle what awaits us when we get there. And the only way that we can become those individuals is to ride it out with our chest in faith. Firstly, no one can make greatness happen in our lives except for us. I'm not saying that we don't serve a miracle working God. Oh, we do. He parted the Red Sea. That's the type of God that we serve, okay? But God isn't going to come and do the miracles in our lives for us on our behalf. No, God gives us the skills, the giftings, the talents, the tenacity, the grace, the personality. When we're born, these tools are already made within our system. God will do his part, but we must also do ours. We cannot just be like, oh Lord, cancel all of these bills and debts. Let my rent be paid in advance, 7 months. Oh Lord, I receive it. Nah, man, the Lord is expecting you to act on faith and to be proactive in getting your life from A to be. He's not going to come and carry us and just, yeah, there you go. No, because when we end up having things that we haven't had to necessarily work for, we are less likely to be able to sustain it, to keep it, to cultivate it. We cannot just sit on our bottom and expect God to move everything in our lives. The work that you're doing that is taxing, that is making you feel like, why am I doing this? It will all be worth it. Because even if it does not necessarily work for you, which is something that I heard Myron Golden say, it will work on you. And even the work that it's doing on you is going to still benefit you in the long run. And so that's why we just have to keep on showing up. So remember this, faith without works is dead. I can't remember the scripture right now. Somebody do it and put it in comments, please. Thank you. Okay. Believing is the first part, but the second part is to act in agreement with the belief that we have. So I know that my future outcome is going to be a certain way, but the way that I carry myself, the way that I behave, what I do, the choices that I make now in the present are reflective of the belief I have as it pertains to the future that I desire. You see where I'm? Yeah. Okay. Number 2, it's not easy. You're right, it's not. If it was, everybody would be overachievers. But there's a reason why that isn't the case, because this path for a lot of people is not possible. It's demanding, it's tiring, it's exhausting. It will test the strength of your spirit. Everyone will start. You'll see it in January. New Year's resolution. And then by the time we get to like April, May, how many of those people are still on track? Do I need to come and explain anything? No. Most people will have fallen off the wagon. They just could not keep it up. Because guess what? It takes work. And so in order to be part of the overachiever gang, yeah, mentality gang, we out here, we're about to make things happen. That group does not just consist of people who are talented, skilled, gifted. That group consists of people whose work ethic is next level. These people are willing to do things that other people would not even touch. Thinking about an example that I shared in one of my videos, 2025 there somewhere. I remember Kobe Bryant's teammates saying that they would turn up for practice at like 6:30 in the morning, early anyway. And they're thinking in their head, oh, we're doing bits. By the time they get there, Kobe Bryant has finished his practice. They're thinking that they're coming to meet him and they're gonna do a little collaborative, iron sharpens iron. No, this man is finished his training. There was one video where he was talking about the fact that whilst he was in uni and people were turning up, he was practicing. Because guess what? Preparation precedes public victory every time. If we can stay committed to what we have set out to do, we will reap the benefits eventually. And so hang in there, okay? Thirdly, as we're going through our growth and we stay committed to it, we will turn our flaws into strengths. Like you guys know, I am the PMDD well-being queen, a sense of humor. I love to laugh, but all of that has been birthed from what I initially deemed as my flaws. My struggle with PMDD, my struggle with self-confidence, with being able to see myself move beyond my past history, like the traumas that I experienced. All these things that I perceived as my flaws, I combined with my strengths being my creativity, my ability to speak, to be able to write, my sense of humor. And as a result of all of it, I created my brand. And so by staying committed to this path, it's no longer just about me. I am developing and becoming a better person through the process. But at the same time, I'm also considering the people who are a part of my community. They may be inspired by my story and the fact that I was once where they are now. And I've been able to get myself from that point to where I actually do feel like life is worth living, irrespective of all these things that I thought were going to suffocate me into the cemetery. You heard my story, then you know, okay, it got peak. But to come from that into the mindset that I have today is because I stayed faithful to my journey of becoming, of who I knew God designed for me to be. Even though so many days it didn't make no sense. I was like, what am I actually doing? Question, question, question. And it's not always going to be obvious and evident from the get-go. Sometimes you just have to keep on making the moves and then the dots will start joining and you're like, okay. If you're like me, the things that you may feel are your flaws, if you can stay committed to the process, the journey, those flaws, the way you view them, we can cultivate into our strengths. So that's just another reason to keep on hanging on. It moves us on to our fourth point, our focus. And there are certain things that we can do to encourage the consistency of our focus. Firstly, cut down on the distractions. Now, in the spirit of full transparency, even me, myself, me and Netflix, our relationship we're on and off. Let's say that. Because I'm like, nah, it's hammer time, let's go. And then I'll cancel my subscription. And then it's them emails that they send of programs that they know I like. My thing is the competition shows, Culinary Class Wars, Physical 100, Physical Asia. Those are the things that make me sign my Netflix account back up. And the reason why I love watching those shows, to see other people striving to achieve something they've been working hard for, is so inspiring. And just in the spirit of being myself and the way that I am, and the fact that that is very much my vibe. When Netflix sends me them things, it's very difficult to be like, oh yeah, no. And so anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. The whole thing is, guys, we have to minimize the distractions or at least become strategic with it. Because you know, Netflix, get to the end of the episode, the next one is loading automatic. Watch next episode. Next thing you know, they've got you. It was meant to be one episode. You finished season 1. No, this is time for change. We're not doing that anymore. I'm trying to not be a hypocrite, if I even said that correctly. The thing is, independent of what I have said, you know if entertainment and things like that are taking too much of your time. You don't need me to confirm anything, okay? We're grown, we're adults around here. All I'm saying is let's minimize the amount of time we spend on those things and focus more on the things that are going to move the needle in our favor in terms of what we're trying to achieve in life. Because guess what? Your book ain't going to write itself. Your business is not going to kickstart itself. Your customers are not going to magically find you. It all takes work. And if you do nothing, nothing will happen. That is why it is useful to get rid of unnecessary distractions. Don't follow your emotions everywhere that they go. I say this a lot. Our emotions, they do this. 1 minute high on life, next minute down in the dumps. Our emotions are the most unreliable aspect of us, in my opinion. In fact, you lead and let your emotions follow. Because if you follow your emotions will take you to the edge of a cliff if you're not careful. Like, our brain tends to focus on the negative aspects of life. This is why we cannot succumb to our emotion. In fact, be thankful for the things that you do have. Stop focusing on what is lacking in your life. It will take your focus and your emotions to a place that is not going to be beneficial to your life and what you are trying to attain. Hello, church. Focus on the actions that are necessary. Our emotions, they will catch up. It's the negative emotions that I'm really talking about, guys. I'm saying this out of love from experience because I've done it. I followed my emotions and the next thing I knew, depression. You know what I mean? Now I'm like, okay, I don't feel fantastic right now. However, I know that I have got work to do. Let me get on with this work, even though I'm not necessarily feeling it. And eventually, that sense of achievement that I feel from having completed the work, irrespective of how I was feeling at the start, would have boosted my feel-good factor and encouraged me in what I have done to continue going down that path. And then the next thing I know, I'm back in a cycle of productivity. My emotions have soon caught up and I'm feeling good. Number 5, work in the shadows. Don't tell no one nothing. Just keep showing up. Keep doing the thing. How much do you believe in your dream? Listen, even if you start out, and you're thinking, I've got this great idea and I want to do this, and maybe your faith is not completely there, because I have also been there. As you keep on the path, you stay committed and you keep doing the right things, your faith will increase. And as your faith increases, you will start to feel more and more like, this is possible. I could do this. I could do this. In that enthusiasm, because I'm now at the point that I'm like, you know what? I'm just trying to make it happen. I'm not trying to preach about what I want to do, unless people watch my YouTube channel. Most people that know me personally do not, which is great, because I'm like, then you lot ain't all up in my business. The people that need to hear the message are the people that are here. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, keep the plans quiet. Let's not talk about it. Let's just be about it. Don't talk, walk. That's the thing, innit? Just do it. I'll leave that one there because it doesn't need much more explanation, hopefully. Lastly, why you should carry on and keep on going is because pressure is privilege. Now, I know that sounds nuts. When we go through difficult circumstances, how is that beneficial? When it's making me feel like absolute rubbish, they are privileged, because guess what? Your back will be against the wall, and sometimes being in those sort of situations will force your hand to do things that you have otherwise been avoiding. So they come as incentive and inspiration for us to do the work. So for example, maybe you're in a job that you really don't like you cannot stand, manager is horrid, and you're just like, I am so done with this place. Every day you come home, you're drafting your resignation letter. Being in that situation now, knowing that you also have an idea in terms of like the self-employed route, starting your own business, that sort of negative situation that you're in is going to encourage you to work on the work that you need to do to free yourself of that situation. Do we understand what I'm saying, people? Pressure is privilege. Don't knock the circumstances that come your way, because they are all building your character so that you become stronger mentally. Your resilience, your bounce back energy is going to be impactful. So when something else happens in future, guess what? You're going to be able to handle it well, because this ain't the first time I've been in this position where I've had to face difficulty, and I know how to go through it and to overcome it, and not just overcome it, but to thrive. Life difficulties should be harnessed to increase your level of determination. The process can be enough. You will wonder, am I doing the right thing? Should I even bother? Should I give up? Should I let this go and go back to a life of comfortability? But the fact of the matter is that staying committed and constantly aiming to outwork yourself is how we make it happen. So tomorrow is day 1 and it's time to move differently. And on that note, why not watch this next? It's a bright new day. You're here with your girl, Miss Annie J. I'm gonna give them what they want, cause I came to slay. And nothing's ever gonna take my joy away. I'm about that life.